This webinar is called On the Ground with the HFA team, and we want just to present how we are achieving our mission. And as the guidelines, I just say that due to large audience size, please keep yourself mute, and that the webinar will be recorded. And as we go on with the presentation, just feel free to send in your questions or raise a hand, and one of our moderators will get back to you, and we'll be able to answer your questions at the end of the presentation. As I said, I'll be your host today, and Jimmy is my co-host. And I say that I'm the assistant director for Hope for Ariang, and I joined Hope in 2019, and I'm joining this presentation from Kenya. And the reason I chose to join Hope is because of the mission and the vision, you know, like partnering with local communities to provide inclusive access to education and equitable life opportunities, and applying a holistic approach. That was something that drew my attention. And also, we were doing this like to envision a prosperous and empowered communities in where every man, woman, and child has access to equitable chances in leadership, social, and economic opportunities. So that's the things that drew my attention, and I decided that I should join Hope and try to push this mission forward. So at this point, I'll just give Jimmy a chance to introduce himself and say one or two things before I proceed. Jimmy?
Well, thank you so much, John. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to each and every one of us who are now live on the webinar. I'm very pleased to be part of today's video conferencing or webinar. And I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the board of Hope for Ariang, and also to our directors for being so much helping our community in South Sudan. I'm by the name Jimmy William. I'm the Assistant Operation Director, Hope for Ariang, who is currently based in Juba. So I'm currently heading the office here in Juba. I'm actually inspired to join Hope for Ariang since Hope for Ariang, the vision, the goals, and the missions are so much important to our communities. And actually our communities are really lacking a lot. So through the mission and vision, I really felt I should be part of that journey to push forward our communities. And I joined Hope for Ariang last year, 2019, in August, and through the effort of our director, who is Elizabeth Andeng and Gabriel Bordeng. So we are really doing tremendous work, and we are doing really great work in Ariang. I really appreciate their effort and their hard work. Thank you. Go back to John. That's the brief introduction about me. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Jimmy. And I think I will start by introducing our audience to our programs. You can see that there are 4 pictures here. And I guess like some of you will be able to identify the second picture from the right or the third picture from the left. You can see the faces of Hope. But to say the least, like Hope has 4 programs. And the first program is called the Ariang Network of Schools. And we have a Scholars Empowerment Program. And we have Educators Empowerment Initiative, or the Teacher Training Program. And we have Women and Girls Empowerment Program. So these are the core programs of Hope for Ariang. And we just proceed to like giving you some breakdowns on each of these programs. So like Jimmy will take you through these goals and operations.
All right, thanks once again, John. Actually, Hope for Ariang has a lot of variety of programs, of which one of the programs supporting 3 area schools. One of them is Ariang, who is also neighboring to Nyel, Mading, and also we managed to reach over 2,000 students. We managed to reach 2,000 students and 56 educators with school uniforms, books, pens, and sport equipment. So we are trying to put on our goal, and our major target here is to provide inclusive access to quality education, and therefore we construct permanent school school infrastructure, which is Ariang Primary School, which is currently based in Ariang village. And the school happened to host a lot of communities who are currently proud of what Hope for Ariang is doing to them. We also develop capacity for schools to manage staff and run school operations smoothly. In this I mean, we managed to train staffs. We train staff so that they give quality education to our local communities down in the villages. Also, our young networks of schools provides learning opportunities for teachers through Educators Empowerment Initiative. Here we train teachers. Last year, but when we managed to take some teachers for teachers training in Nairobi, of which they come back with a lot of experience. Of now, they are really giving our children or our local communities the best of their knowledge. I will also help feed them training gaps, because most of our teachers, they are senior leavers and some are senior full leavers. So we empower them through capacity building, which we train them, and we also help them with supplementary teachers incentives. Most of our teachers are government paid teachers, so they are not really giving much to teach our. We are also so we are able to establish some sound-minded partnership with the area organizations who are also providing education support to schools in the Gabriel West, which are where we are sitting right now in Ariang. We also advocate in education in the villages, whereby we are putting much of our emphasis on education, because South Sudan, the context of South Sudan has been affected so much with the war, of which a lot of people doesn't have that access to education. But through the help of Hope for Ariang, a lot of children are now going to school in Ariang. We also advocate for girls' education in all the 6 villages of Ariang. So through the advocacy, we are empowering them. We are giving them a priority to go to schools, because girls has been affected. They have been affected so much with the war. And based on our context here of South Sudan, most girls are not allowed to go to school. So we are giving them this priority, at least so that they also have that access to education. Also, we support the area networks of schools, and through that we managed to impact 347 graduates students since 2011. So since 2011, 347 students have graduated from Ariang Primary School, of which is a great achievement for Hope for Ariang. And I also school now students are 1,100 students, of which 50 girls and 50 boys. When the school was established, girls percentage are only 20%, but now girls are 50-50 with boys, which is a really great impact to the communities of Ariang. Also, the Ariang Primary School has 8 permanent classrooms from grade 1 up to grade 8, with 1 kitchen, 1 staff room, and 1 store and library for teachers. So through the building now, they have a conducive learning environment. By then, they used to sit outside, of which during rain, they consider no classes, and during sunshine, no classes. But now with the permanent classrooms, they are really sitting under conducive environment. Then under hygiene and sanitations, hopefully I also managed to construct 12 permanent bathroom with septic tank, 1 hand pump borehole, and also to collect water facility. So the picture down here is the latrines, with latrines for the school. We built it off recently. Apart from the school construction, we have just constructed of recently, which is still undergoing project. Yes, these are the picture of the school area and the infrastructure. The current project is going on. The first picture that he shows the classroom. That's the classroom from primary 1 to 3. Just to show the picture. The rest are the other side. And the second picture shows the project of pit latrines, of which we have started. This is the setup, the building, and then the third picture. The third picture shows the septic tank. This is the septic tank. We have already did the latrine, the hole, and then we build the septic tank. Then the fourth picture is the wall of the septic tank. This is the wall, the septic tank. Then the fifth picture here is the teacher's quarter, whereby after class we will come and rest. They have a rest. Then the last picture here is the water well, where water, when there is rain, it has to fill water there. It will help them for their latrines. Yes. So what is needed there actually, we as a Hope4Young team at the ground level, we are trying to follow the SDG, that's Sustainable Development Goal 4, and version which says build and upgrade education facilities that are for children, disabled, and gender sensitive by providing safe, non-violent, inclusive, and effective learning environment for all. So this is how we are meeting this goal at Hope4Young. And we are so determined to follow Sustainable Development Goal 4, this Sustainable Development Goal 4. Here is a sister school, of which also we extend our support to them. This is called Mading School. It's one of the network of a school. The school, currently the school doesn't have a single structure, whereby students are sitting under the tree and they have no seats, they have no permanent seats. They're sitting on the rocky stones. So the school has only grade 1 up to 6. Then from 6, they have to shift to the school. Then will transfer to Aryang Primary School, whereby they will go and complete their primary 7 and 8. Because the school doesn't have any single structure. And during rainy season, it's really pity, because most of the students during rainy season, actually they consider no classes and schools, because they're just sitting under the tree shade, of which there is no single structure. Even the educators, they don't have a staff quarter whereby they will have to rest after classes. So this is the picture shows the class. It's actually a class whereby they attend their classes under the tree. And also the hygiene. Hope4Young managed to drill one borehole to help them with the issue of hygiene and sanitation, because in most of our villages, the issue of water is really a serious issue. Most of the girls are not coming to school because there is no water, and the parent has to send them a long distance to go and fetch water. So we thought wise we should at least drill water, so that after school we should go back with some small water to help the parents at school. Then they also impact that school now. The ongoing students are about 450 students who are studying in Mading Primary School.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jimmy, for sharing that with us. And now I'll take you through another sister school, which is called the Nyed School. And this school has 6 permanent structures for grades 1 and 6. For one class is done in a church hall nearby, and another is done under a tree. So that is basically the big picture of the school. And it has one hand pump, borehole, and a bathroom unit. And this is school to 650 students. So you can see the first big picture that is on top left. And you can see us, like this is the Hope4Young team, and some representatives of the David Community Church from the US. And this is when we visited the Nyeri school. And we took this photo with our teachers after having a good discussion with them about how we can strengthen learning in this school. And also, after we have had a chance to give them gifts, we distributed books, sports equipment, and you can see right here where my cursor is, that's the head teacher of the school. And there was also some kind of celebration that was done here. If you see the front line, the fourth person from the right, you can see just before you get to Madam Elizabeth, there is a teacher there, and that is the only female teacher that we have in all the 3 schools. And one thing we celebrated about this teacher is because like she is a woman, and besides teaching, she also brings together ladies in the school and tries to reason with them on how they can tap into education and also keep that going until they graduate. And here on the bottom left, you can see a school building that does not have a roof. It was blown away by a very strong sandstorm. And we have it here because like we just want you to see like the condition of the school at the moment. So because of that, there were so many students that were left like to just sit on the ground and learn because they did not have like a building that like a cover. And also we needed to do some needs assessment to know how we can repair the building. And on the top, on the bottom right, you can see a group of students here. So when we visited this school, there's something that we realized, the interconnectedness of the people of South Sudan. Like we realized that these are the students, like the school administration had lost one of the teachers, and the whole school closed down to go and attend the burial ceremony. And these are the students that were not able, they could not like walk the distance under the scorching sun. So these are the only students that were left in the school. And we were also very pleased to see like these people have come together and they think about one another and they share love and care whenever anything, something comes up. So that is what we have about the Alliance network of schools. And now we can share with you like the overall impact of the program. So while many schools were closing down in South Sudan, Ariang network of schools ensured sustainability and continued learning of the 3 area schools. And for example, Ariang school has even become the testing center during national exams. That means area schools converge at Ariang school and they sit their primary national exams from there. So we have also been able to distribute 3,750 school uniforms and pair of shoes to students. Maybe you have noticed some of the pictures that we have shared here, you can see students do not have shoes and others come to school without a school uniform. And in South Sudan, shoes and school uniform try to build up on the dignity of the students. So that's why we saw this as a good objective like for us to fill. We distributed 10,000 exercise books and pens in 2018 and 2019 alone. And we have set up a lending library that has over 500 textbooks and other learning materials, stencils, plus so many other things that are used for learning, math, geometrical sets, and so many other things. So as Jimmy had shared, we have so far had 347 graduates go through Ariang School. And in 2018, we supported 9 teachers to attend training program in Kenya. And so far we have completed 1 full year of professional development for teachers at Ariang School. So the reason we see this as a good thing that we have done or a good objective that we have met is because like we were able to take the knowledge from the training in Kenya and replicate the same in Ariang School. And now we are reaching even more people. So in 2020, we had a plan for reaching all the teachers in all the 3 schools. And we also have increased the percentage of girls attending school by from about 20% 2011 to 50% 2019. And that is a 1-to-1 ratio of boys to girls. That is also an achievement because like in South Sudan, it is not like prohibited for girls to go to school, but it's only the situation that is not favoring them. So for us to have had the advocacy to reach this percentage is a great thing. And another thing, Ariang School has become the leader in quality education because in 2018 and 2019, Ariang School was among top 3 best performing schools in the primary school national exams in the whole county. But especially in 2018, we were #1. In 2019, we were top 3. So, having said that, I would like to share with you the determination, hope, and resilience of our students, because this is something that we see and it always amazes us. Looking at this picture, the first picture where I have my mouse, the mouse pointer, you can see a group of students walking in a very difficult terrain to school. So what you see here, like the weather in South Sudan can be so severe that it is very, very hot, and students walk barefoot. Some of them walk barefoot for several miles to reach school. And some of them will have to face this river here. This river at the crossing point is about 25 to 35 meters. And they have to cross by boat to get to the other side so that they can reach school. That to us, it shows determination. And if you look at this picture here on the top bottom left, you can see a group of students with their head teacher and in a classroom setting. So they will sit on this rock. They will have to bear the cruelty of the sun, sometimes sandstorms, sometimes the rain, but that does not discourage them from coming to school. You can see this photo where you can see Madam Liz, like this is a primary 1 and primary 2 students sitting on the floor, listening to instructions from the teacher. And if you look at the other picture here, you can see that this is a lady who is nursing her student in the school compound. And we have to do the good job of making sure that there is no stigma that can prevent her from coming to school. So that is one of the things that we do. And if she can come to school while still nursing a kid, to us, it tells us that she has hope in education and she really wants to change her life through education. And the other picture here, you can see a lady, this is called Mary Abuk. And we visited Hope for Young School, and she came to us and she said, hey, I need to tell you something. Many girls in grade 8, 7, and 6 are dropping out of school a few days every month because of because they are unable to manage, like because of the MHM, like menstrual health management. And they wanted for us to help them with MHM kits so that lesson or instructions. That to us tells us that these days, ladies have taken it upon themselves to come up with solutions that can enable them to proceed with school. So, and here, just to show you a bit of determination and hope, we have a very short video and that we'd like to share with you. Is a group of boys swimming across the river. And what is the reason they do this? So like half of the school population lives on the other side of the river, and the river does not have a bridge. So in the morning, a lot of people gather at the river bank, minding others, and they are also determined, like this river crossing, like holding your uniform, like they have, you can see like how they are holding their uniforms, and they will do that for all the 25 to 35 meters to cross the river. That to us is determination. I would like to introduce you to the Scholars Empowerment Program. And for the background and the significance, this program was launched in 2019 to support determined and passionate students to join secondary school, when we place a very special interest on girls. So the cohort 1, the first picture here, started joined school, joined school in 2020, like this year. And we would like also to share the impact of the Scholars Empowerment Program. So far, we have 15 students going through high school. And for this, we mean paying school fees for them and buying them boarding equipment and learning materials. And the distribution for this, the general distribution is 9 girls and 6 boys. And we have also conducted 2 leadership sessions with the first cohort, and we have continued to notice significant growth in each of them. For example, one thing that is commendable, SIP scholars took lead in planning and executing the COVID-19 prevention, fundraising for this COVID prevention training. And these students, the first cohort took part in our planning and also executing, setting up the stations, educating the community. And for us, we were very happy to see that happening because that is the kind of leadership that we want to see happening in South Sudan. Initiative. And here, we have a very inspirational story of SIP, and we have a lady. Left is the photo of Monica when she was a student at Ariang School. And on the right is a photo of her after joining secondary school, having been sponsored by the SIP program. So who is this Monica? Monica was a top student at Ariang in 2017. And after graduating to the Ariang School, she was supported by her elder brother to join Senior 1, but unfortunately, she dropped out because of school fees. So after that, she became very desperate for support to continue with her education. And then hope comes in. What does Monica become? She becomes a dedicated Senior 3 student with proficiency in math and sciences. That counts, math and sciences, and also becoming a coach to fellow scholars. It's a big thing, isn't it? And then here, what does Monica aspire to be? She aspires to be the president of South Sudan. That was its civic leadership, and that is what we want to see happening in South Sudan. And we want to see like women-led initiatives and also people coming together to support each other. Then here, we have a photo of another guy called Marco. And on the left is a photo of Marco when he was a student at Ariang School. And on the right is him after joining secondary school. So what is his past? He graduated with good scores, but lacked school fees to proceed to high school. So for that, he traveled to Wau. Wau is a town that is hundreds of kilometers from home to look for employment so that he could raise school fees. And after an year, he had not made any significant savings. So he chose to return home to start agribusiness so that he could add on his savings. Then hope comes in. After joining SIP, Marco becomes the best student in his class with very good math and sciences skills. And then he is also.
My name is Regina Nyameng Manut, 20 years old. I complete primary at Young Primary School 2017, but I cannot go to school because I don't have money. I live nursing with my family because I was married last year, but my husband is drinking wine, and my brother is still young, and my father and mother they are old. Nobody can support me to go to school now.
Like Regina, many girls are suffering. They face many obstacles like lack of school fees, menstruation upset, early marriages, and family responsibilities which prevent them from continuing their studies to secondary schools. Hope for Ariang is determined to transform their lives by enabling them to continue with their education through the sponsorship program.
I want to become a doctor.
So that is a story of the magical transformation, and this time you are featuring the same lady. You have had her story. This is her before joining high school and her after joining high school. So she married young. She was top student at Ariang in 2017, and a young mother struggling to pay for her kids' school fees. Then SIP comes in, and she becomes a strong academic school girl with commendable English fluency, an upcoming optimistic of the future. So that is our magical transformation story. And now here, we want to show you how Hope for Young is forming a united front. That photo. We are visiting our students in their school, and this is the director, and we have the SIP coordinator of that time, and we have come here to school because of a few things. And what are these things? One, we visit them to motivate and encourage them to do better academically. And we also visit them to care and for social to discuss any student performance issues with the management of the school, and also to create a safe space for girls to share their thoughts, successes, and brainstorm possible solutions for the challenges that they face. We want to show them that it is you have to perform well academically, and we are here to support you. And that is why we have come even to seek solutions together with you and the school management. So this is a photo of me. You can see we are having a training, and this is a Banya Akoda seminar workshop. So Banya Akoda means the leader of tomorrow. It is Dinka. Also to want to teach them how to be good leaders, how to communicate well, and how to be adaptive to the environment and all those kind of things. Analyze book characters and lessons to help our students to apply a growth mindset when solving local challenges. And the books that we have read so far is A Long Walk to Water. And this year, we were to start with A Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, but this has been halted by the ongoing pandemic. So that led us to start this program is to provide career exploration, training, and guidance for our scholars. This is because many high school students talk about becoming doctors, teachers, engineers, and pilots, mostly because they don't have a large career pool to choose from. So we help them to explore more options that you can be a finance manager. You can be so many other things. It is not just those things that you see. There are so many options, and that's why that's one of the things that we concentrate on when we go to these seminar workshops. Then here in 2021, we will add 6 more students to this program, and that will make a total of 21 students, because at the moment we have 15 students who we are sponsoring to go through high school. And our school fee and learning materials cost around $500 per year, or $2,000 for the 4 years. And preparations for these SIP scholars, like the next cohort, start in the fall. That's why we start bringing together the money, and also going to schools, and also making our selection, and like talking to the parents. So if any of you would like to support this magical transformation journey, you can send an email to info@hopeforyoung.org, or just send me an email to john.gitonga@hopeforyoung.org. You can also contact Riz or our founder, Gabriel, or this maybe could be the easiest one. You can visit foryang.8-2. That will take you to the donation page, and that way you'll be able to contribute to this magical transformation journey. So there's another thing that we would also want to share with you: the achievements of hope, and how we have had the achievement of hope, but how have we been surviving the rocky path? So for this, we do community get buy-in from them. You know what is pressing at that point. Then we come to address. We also continue ongoing. We have seen that
Sorry.
Yes. So we continue our creative strategic partnerships in the US, Kenya, and South Sudan. And that's what about these partnerships, we have been able to get like things to support the program, partnerships that bring school uniforms to the students, like the shoes and also the funding. And HOPE has a good organizational leadership and oversight from the board in the US and our founding director, Gabriel Bolden. They have been always like giving oversight on all the programs that are doing, also envisioning success pathways. And this by ensuring that we have the right thing put on the strategic plan. And the other thing is planning goals with clarity and executing them with ultimate commitment. If we say that we want to do A, B, C, D, we keep iterating until we achieve the goal and achieve. And then we have a good resource management and great teamwork. So whenever we get any funding, whenever we get the school uniforms, whenever we have a partnership or staff to support school, we make sure that we manage them well. And the other thing that is through the help of a great teamwork oversight also. So at this point, I would also want to share with you that we have a seal of transparency, a seal at this point. I think when I got disconnected, I found our director answering some of the questions, and I don't know if there are questions that were not answered. We can handle them now. And if any one of you has a comment, it is your time to share the comment now.
I would just like to say, I think this presentation is.
Are there questions?
Yeah. Can you hear me? No.
Yes, we can hear you, Karen.
Okay. I would just like to say that I think this presentation was really fabulous, and I hope that even we'll be able to share it too. I think I learned a lot more than just from being with you all today. So I thought I understood what Hope for Ariane was doing, but you're doing a lot more than I understood. Great work. Thank you.
Thank you for that feedback, Karen. And I think, yeah, our plan is to be able to have this on the website so that others can be able to watch it and learn more. And so, feel free to share it with others. So
good. Thank you.
Are there any other questions? We want to be able to end on time as everyone has busy afternoons, I'm sure. But we have a few more minutes if anyone would like to have any questions for John or for Jimmy or for myself. I will take this opportunity to just thank John Gitonga and Jimmy William and our other phenomenal team members. First of all, thank you to the two of you for putting this together. Our goal with this today is to give you a window more into the day-to-day operations over in South Sudan and in East Africa. A lot of times you hear Gabriel tell what's going on or myself telling what's going on, but it's another thing to hear kind of more closely to the ground. John just does a tremendous job designing, especially our SEED program and giving evaluation and oversight. Jimmy keeps everything running very smoothly. And, they each have unique stories that bring them to the organization and are just phenomenal role models to our students in Ariang as individuals who have you know, valued education, and they're able to kind of give a glimpse for the students of what their future could look like if they continue to work hard and stay in school. And so I commend both of them for the ways that they contribute on a daily basis to the work that we're doing in Ariang. And I want to thank each of you, our supporters and our donors, for the ways that you allow us to keep going, whether that's through donations or spreading the word or getting involved. So I'll hand it back to John to close us out.
So thank you very much. And I just would like to share with you, like, .org, then you donate, a slash donate, then hyphen, then two. And the other thing, there is another upcoming webinar on Sunday 30th, 2020 at 10 to 11 a.m. And this one will be hosted by Eliana Deng. Eliana is the daughter of Gabriel and Elizabeth, the eldest daughter, and with her cousins from South Sudan, Deng and Awut. So this one will focus on a few things like how life is like growing in South Sudan, the challenges that are there, the challenges that are there for a boy, and what it means like to walk long distances, like trying to draw like similarities and differences of school life in Ariang, in Kenya, and the US. And we hope that if you join this presentation, this webinar, you'll have a better understanding of the world that we live in. And that is all I had for you. So I'm very, very grateful for each one of you for making the time to join us as we share the stories of hope. And we are hopeful that we continue making a lot that you are giving something that cannot be taken away from the person that have been educated, but it has the potential of reaching another person. If we have an educated mother, we are sure that we have healthy kids. And that's why we are so proud of education and the impact that it's making in South Sudan. I don't know if Jimmy has something to share with you.
Well, John, I would like to thank Elizabeth and Gabriel for the great effort they are putting in place to make sure that our communities feel the same with the rest of the world, because the context of South Sudan, local communities out at the village levels, they really suffered a lot, especially in terms of education. So we felt this is the time so that we can also take the country together, because through their effort and the effort of the donors and the friends of Gabriel and Elizabeth, we can really push life of local communities and those who are in need of education, because through education, you can develop the world, and development always comes with education. There is nowhere which goes without education. So we believe in education. The little we invest in their lives, tomorrow we will felt the joy of it. And if tomorrow we're seeing them as leaders of this country, we'll felt at least what we have done something. Because with the little we are giving, we don't have to felt like we are wasting our resources. But in future, we will feel the fruits of our help. So I really appreciated all those who managed to share with us this webinar meeting, and I'm really pleased to be part of this meeting today, and I wish to see you guys once again. Thank you so much, and have lovely good afternoon, good evening, because in South Sudan currently it's good evening. So I believe in US is good afternoon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Riz, would you like to say anything?
Thank you.
So yeah, bye-bye everyone. Karibu sana.